No.
Yes.
Who told you this?
I saw it on Reddit.
No.
And I saw pictures. And I saw
website
pictures.
needs to be shut down.
And I saw pictures. Literally, I did everything that you could possibly do during the pandemic when I didn't want to like sit alone with myself. I mean, I got married, I got engaged, I got pregnant, I got a tattoo, I got a dog.
Did it all. Steph Infection, we're back. Susan's just lurking like a fucking psychopath. Rosebud Baker, how are you?
I'm good. It's been fucking 5 years.
It's been so long
I know.
since I've seen you.
It's been 5 years, but also it doesn't feel like it's been 5 years.
Because I see you online all the time, and our friends are always talking about you and
same with
you. And we always miss each other. Like I see you on the same clubs I'm at.
I know.
On the posters. I'm like, you're here next week, whatever.
I feel like for a couple years there, we were just like always at the same spot, and then it was just like missing each other.
Yes. Yeah. I gotta quickly mention, I was just at the AVN Porn Awards this weekend. I hosted them. Mm-hmm. And I need to let you know, from a woman-to-woman standpoint, the most supportive people I've ever been around in my entire life.
The porn industry.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Every single award, everyone stood up and clapped and congratulated. Like, there's no like... It wasn't like comedy. There's no judgment.
Yeah.
Everyone was so fucking nice. I couldn't believe it.
You don't think they got like one porn star that they all hate though?
Oh yeah. There's a couple I couldn't mention.
Right.
Ron Jeremy wasn't allowed to be mentioned. That disgusting wet pig.
I think that's what comedy used to be. I think we all used to hate one comic.
Yeah.
And not each other, you know what I mean?
What happened to that?
I don't know. I mean, I think that was probably the better way to go.
Yeah.
One person took the hit for the whole fucking industry.
Well, there's still a lot that we're kind of hating. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. We've spread it out too much.
We have. Yeah, we
need
gotta
to
narrow
sort
it down.
We need to focus it in.
I was really focusing on Dalia for a while, and I thought other people were also. I mentioned him every single time on this podcast. It's become a running joke now.
Yeah.
I was really trying to focus in on that, thinking that was the one, and then that kind of faded. But there's others popping around.
Yeah, I think the difference is like at least when I look back on it, I see comics that all hated one comic that was doing really well.
Yes.
So it kind of balanced out for them too, because even if they were widely hated by other comics, they had so much money, they were just fucking rolling in it, so they could feel better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. I was talking to, Carrot Top was on here a long time ago, and he was saying that he always gets made fun of. He's the nicest man ever, too.
Yeah.
He's so nice. He's
sweetheart.
He's like, I don't know why, but he hates me. He's like, I'm constantly writing new shit.
Yeah.
He's not a hack.
I know.
Just because he uses props. He writes like he's a storage unit for all his fucking shit.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He does more legwork than any comic.
Yes,
for sure.
literally. And his legs are actually fucking jacked.
Yeah.
He does the long
I saw his
stuff.
dick.
So did I.
Yeah.
I told him.
You did?
Did you see there was that story he did? We put his leg up.
Absolutely.
Big honking cock that man has.
Still have the screenshots.
I think I might too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was long and thick.
It was.
Juicy.
It was hanging low.
How is he not using that as a prop?
I don't fucking know.
I'm like, that's a main prop. You got it on you at all times. Bizarre.
That's how you end the hate.
That's how you end the hate.
You flash your dick. I haven't heard a peep about him since his dick flashed on social media. I haven't heard anything. No hate towards Carrot Top since his dick showed.
You can't, because it was a nice dick. I think it was like a micro.
Yeah, I think people were like, "Oh, my bad."
Yeah, like, "Oh, so yeah, excuse me, sorry about that."
We made a mistake.
You've never shown? Nothing's ever been leaked of yours, right?
No, not yet.
Okay, I'm worried.
You're worried about yours?
I'm worried about my tits coming out.
A tit is fine though.
Well, is it
right?
I feel like my face was in a lot of the photos.
Okay, yeah.
I wasn't good at back in the day.
No, for sure.
Covering that up.
For sure. I sent out a lot of, yeah.
God damn it. It might, maybe not. Maybe
you're making me go, oh, fuck.
No. But you know
kid.
What? People aren't going to.
Yeah, I do. But also, I'm like.
Very cute.
It could be the best.
Very cute.
Thank you so much.
Because it's hard if someone has an ugly one. Yeah. And there are some out there. And
I know.
It's very hard.
I know. And you know what? I didn't know this before because I always thought like moms didn't know. But you know. You know. Yep.
Because right away, yours was cute. I was like, okay, because I was like, you never, but it's coming from good-looking parents, but you never could still be ugly.
I know, but I was talking to a friend who's a mom, and she was like, I was so scared of having an ugly baby, and then I did, and I was like, oh, we know.
And that's it?
I didn't
You
know
just
that we knew.
accept it?
Yeah, I was like, that's so funny because I never hear a mom admit it.
No,
but it was so nice to hear a mom just go, yeah, she was rough.
Oh,
rough
God.
to look at. Yeah. But you look back at pictures of your kids and you're like, because I thought she was adorable the second she was born. And now I look at her pictures, as a newborn and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know what I was talking about. Like,
yeah.
She was real rough draft. You know, when they first pop out, they're not done.
Some of them are cute. No, they're not done.
Yeah.
My sister, I was like, as soon as her baby came out, I was like, it's the most beautiful baby on the planet. And then when she took a side by side of this Christmas and last Christmas, I'm like, oh, you had a fucking salamander.
Yeah.
It was run over by a transport truck. It was stuck in the tire. That's not what a baby looks like. But now, very cute baby, which I like. I'm scared to show my baby her on social media.
Yeah.
Because I get so many fucking pigs. I got this email yesterday that's so demented from this man that I have to block, that like I sent it to my manager and she's like, this is the worst thing I've ever read in my life.
Not about your niece.
No.
Okay.
But it's like the idea of that man seeing my niece. It's like about he wants to eat my ass on stage, and then he goes into like bringing underage. It's very bad. It's very bad, and I got very upset.
Never would I be at such a loss for material that I would need you to eat my ass on stage.
I want nothing to do with you. And the worst thing is, he emailed it to me and he Facebooked it to me, and I have this stupid automatic reply on my Facebook.
Right.
So it says, thanks for contacting me. He thinks I replied to it. He's like, oh, I'm so glad I'm like, I didn't reply. Fuck you, Meta. Take my goddamn automatic.
But that shows that he's truly demented, because if you can't tell an AI response,
that's the thing.
You know what I mean? Those people are really they're really in a rough spot.
Speaking of rough, okay, I know we probably get some fans that are
not
off kilter, not well is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
These men that were at the AVN Porn Awards, these men that were waiting for the porn stars, I saw one guy take his mask down, pick his teeth, eat it, and then his mask out went, I was like, I actually have to leave. And then I
heard him go.
I heard him. And he was like, no. And then a worse one. I was like walking through the convention where it's all these like big squid dildos, which I don't know where those are going. Why would you want to point like that? It's very bizarre.
Yeah,
like
with an arrow on
serpent.
the end?
Yeah, it's like a serpent. And then it was a lot going on. And about like a sippy, this is one sippy machine that would take up the whole room. I'm like, who's got the space for this?
I can't imagine. I don't think there's a place on earth that I would feel more out of place than the porn awards right now in my life.
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah, walking around with your beautiful dog.
Just walking around, just absolutely closed for business from the waist down. And walking around the porn awards, like what's everybody up to?
Yeah,
what are you guys doing out here?
What are you guys doing? What's happening?
I've never been less horny. I can't imagine being in a place where everyone is like.
You would look like a nun dressed like this.
I would.
Yeah, this is full nunnery.
I would feel like a nun.
Yeah.
And not in a good way. You know what I mean? I want to be like in the mix.
Yeah.
But I would feel like I was walking around, you know.
It did feel good though, knowing that the men were not looking at me at all.
Yeah.
Like I ran into JJ Lieberman. I'm like, for God's sakes, this is who I'm seeing out here. Disgusting, man. He knows I think he's gross.
Yeah.
Anyways, so this one guy, I see him meet his I guess cam girl,
fairy godmother.
He was like so nervous meeting her, and I was like, she was being so nice. I was like, this must be more bizarre for you than us meeting our like crazy fans in real life. Then I see him in the parking lot like 2 hours later, talking to himself. He's like, I did it. I did it. I talked to her. I did it. And I was like, oh my God. And it made me like that all day long. I felt gross. I felt weird and gross. I was like, this poor girl.
Oh no.
Because now it's like an even closer interaction they have. I
always kind of say like when you meet your fans, it's like meeting someone that your parent, like one of your parents' friends, that like describe your childhood to you.
Yes.
They're like, I remember when you said this or when you did this, and you're like, yeah, I don't really remember that, but that's sweet.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's like your parents' friends that also jerked off to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. That's
fucked.
Exact. It is fucked up.
Yeah, that's
very
another
bizarre.
level of fucked.
It's very bizarre. So you have a special coming out.
Yeah.
We gotta discuss this.
Yeah, I do.
On Netflix. Mm-hmm.
February 18th.
That's
yeah.
really good. Mother Lode. I know the name, Mother Lode. I was like, get the date right so I don't fuck this up. I've seen snippets. I love it. Are you allowed to talk about what you did, or are you saving it? Okay.
Yeah, I would love to. So that people know.
Yes, people know. Because I was watching and I was like, oh, this is fucking also hilarious. Your opening is so perfect and to the point, and you're like, and we're watching a special. I was like, I gotta edit mine down. My opening is just me falling all through Boston like a psychopath. I'm like, I'm gonna lose views seconds into my special.
But the reason why it's so short is because truly, I had no ideas. Like I was like, they were like, do you want to cut? Do you want to do an opening? Do you want to do a fun thing? And I was like, I don't have any ideas. But I got nothing.
There's right now the attention span people have.
You're right.
You need to be doing a joke within the first 30 seconds or they're like, what? They're going to be watching me going, what is this clown doing?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, I'm clicking and because that's, I think the watch time for the first like 10 minutes, that's apparently what most people watch in a special, which is so upsetting.
Fucking depressing.
Because I just watched mine. I'm like, mine doesn't get funny till 30 minutes in. So please, God, keep watching.
That's not true.
Oh God, it's so hard to watch your shit. But
it's torture.
So yours is crazy because you did.
Yeah. So I did like, I shot the first half when I was 8 months pregnant, and then I shot the second half a year after I had a baby. They are 2 separate hours, but there is material that overlaps.
Okay.
So some of the jokes when I was going into the first special, I was like, I'm pregnant. I got to get this out. I don't know if it's fully done. You know what I mean? But I have an hour. And then by the end of the tour, I was like, no, I think it is done. And so I put it out and I was like, I'm still going to shoot the next hour a year from now and see if we can cut this together. Yeah. You know? Because I just wanted to, I wasn't somebody that like was sure that I wanted to have a kid. I think there's a lot of people that don't know if they want to have a kid. I think that decision is like really fucking hard for people. And like, and we torture ourselves with it. And like, if you're a woman and you don't have kids, nobody fucking believes that you're happy. And then if you're a woman who does have a kid, you have no right to be unhappy. So it's like just this kind of like, I started getting really existential with all of it. Yeah. And I was like, I kind of want to talk about this and what it is. If I've gone through the whole fucking thing, I want to report back and like let people know what it really feels like, you know? And
it is that. It was very relatable to be like, oh, okay, this is nice to hear both fucking sides of it.
Yeah. I don't want it to just be a special for people that have had kids. I want people who don't have kids to watch it and feel like, oh, she's not ignoring this part of the fucking experience, because there's so many of us that are not going to have kids and that don't want them. And then there's some of us that do want them and aren't going to have them. So it's like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I just wanted to fucking address all of it.
And it's also very interesting to splice those two together in a way, which you, Susan, please, which you have a very, we have a very good editor who's so seamless at the cuts. And
she's like, incredible.
And also it's nice to have something that stands out that, this has never been done before.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see like this aspect. And it's really neat.
I'm excited to see yours.
It's don't be.
I'm really excited.
I watched it. I can't watch my shit ever again.
I haven't seen you on stage in so long. I'm fucking dying to see it.
You've seen it. And wait, are you? So how much?
You always shit on yourself. I can't. And you're so fucking funny.
It's so hard to watch myself this many times.
I know.
I can't.
I know.
Were you like super hands on with the editing?
No, dude, if there's one thing that I've fucking learned, I'm like, you do the first pass. I'll take a look. I can fuck up an entire hour with one note. With one note, I can fuck up a whole hour. And I would like, she sent me a cut and I was like, yeah, what if we did this? And what if we, and anytime I sent her a note and she sent me back what I asked for, I was like, oh, it sucks. So I don't know how to fucking edit. I don't. And if I know it's like close to me and like all of it has been a solo sport up until this point, but once you're in the edit, I really feel like, unless you went to fucking film school, I don't want to fuck anything up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah,
like Susan's going to fuck up the wires right now. Susan, you have to go away. Please go away.
Susan, come here.
Go over there.
Come over here. I'll pet you.
Yeah,
I'll pet you, baby.
Please.
I'll pet you, baby girl. But yeah, so I just didn't, I was like, let me let her.
Well, because it's great. Because I was, and I might be a little too hands on. I'm like, 2102. Can we get a front angle? Because I hate my nose.
I know.
I'm like, this is
so
psychotic.
Hard not to do that. It's so hard. So it's almost like I watched it, but I was like, let me not watch too much. You know,
because now you feel like me and you feel crazy.
You do feel crazy.
You feel insane.
It's impossible not to.
It really is. But yours is coming out. You're excited. What are you having a watch party? Like, what do you do for these things?
Yeah. So, I was like not sure about that because I was like, I don't have the bandwidth to like plan a watch party or anything like that. I can't do it. And then I shot this like branded content thing with Frida, who's just like a fucking nose sucker thing. They make a nose sucker for babies, and they do a bunch of like. When I was pregnant, I would like order all their products because they just have like frozen pads. You know what I mean? Which you need because your pussy kills you.
Yeah.
And so I did a thing with them. And I met the CEO, and she was like, "I'd like to throw a watch party." And I was like, "Oh, that's fucking amazing." It was just like a perfect, you know. So I lucked out.
Yeah, you had to sit around.
Yeah.
I think I'm
like,
gonna
I
throw
should
like
do it.
something crazy.
Yeah, you should have people watch it.
I don't want anyone to watch it. I
didn't
feel
either.
awkward.
I didn't either, but you should, Steph, because people are gonna like. Nobody goes home to watch specials anymore. We're all comics. It's so hard to watch another comic special. You know what I mean? If you're alone.
I don't know. I just feel like it's more the party aspect.
I get it, but like have them watch it, then throw the party.
I might have it on an iPhone in a corner. If you want to go sit in a corner, it's too long.
Make them watch your special. You put it together. You did a lot of work.
I was going to invite Jamie Foxx. I can have him watching it. He weirdly is a fan of mine. I met him at a Globe party. I'm like, I want Jamie Foxx on the party.
He should be a fan of yours.
Jamie Foxx, just make him come to this party for no reason.
If he's your fan, he wants to see your fucking special.
They can watch it on their own goddamn time.
I know. Also, you want the views too.
I want the views. But it's like, go home, view it your damn self.
Yeah, I hear you. But I hope you change your mind because I think that I think people will watch it and they'll be fucking excited for you. And I know it'll make you fucking crawl out of your skin, but just do it. God. Just do it.
No, listen, you're okay. So you've been doing shows around town. You did the store last night, right?
Yeah, I did the store last night.
You loving the store?
I was not great last night.
Who'd you up after?
Ian Bagg, and he crushed.
He
crushed.
I was gonna say there's two people that I can't follow at the store.
Yeah,
Ian Bagg and Rick Ingram. God, there's something that happens when a crowd work comic goes on.
He fucking kills.
It.
Yeah,
with no material.
Yeah.
Ian Bagg also he writes jokes into a crowd work that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
and so the crowd now is like on this other planet where they're like, oh, we just saw a genius.
No, he does.
And then if you go up and you do a joke, they're like, fucking bitch.
I know. And I was like, I wanted to try new stuff. So I was like, well, I'm going to eat it. But I kind of knew I was going to, like, walking in.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm kind of in the space to eat it. I sort of am in the mood to eat it a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're like, I just want to fucking try something and see how it goes. And it was the perfect setup. It was the perfect combination of elements to really eat a dick.
Isn't it fun? Sometimes it's a nice reset.
It is.
Like if you're having like a nice, month or so, you're like, I'm just feeling, and then there's just that one show you're like, I'm dog shit.
Yeah.
I followed Frankie Chiones at the storytelling show the other day in the Belly Room. They hated me. I told the story about my mole getting bitten off, my neck mole, which I've told a million times. Crowd was repulsed.
Yeah.
I'm like, you wanted a story. This is a story.
I'm giving you what I got. Also, you know what I mean? And if you don't like it, what happened there?
I realized I burnt my arm on my curling iron, and it's like so disgusting. I'm like showing it to the world.
I can recognize a curling iron burn from a mile fucking away.
And I saw you glance at it, and I was like, is it that bad? I was like, it is that bad.
No, I actually thought it was the same tattoo that I have, which is basically a curling iron burn.
Do you? How many tattoos? I always forget that you have, because I've seen that one. I love that one. The top one.
This one sucks. This was like old? My sister was sad and I was like, let's get some tattoos. You know what I mean?
I like
this one. I got over the pandemic because I don't do well with like boredom,
Okay. I love that one though. It's a good spot.
It's a good spot. Yeah. I could have gotten, I feel like it's either too big or too small. Like it's not the right, I should have gotten like either more or less.
Really?
Yeah. It's just
I think
it's
the perfect amount of size.
I love the tattoo,
peaking.
but it's just, it's a little bit, I don't know.
Is that it? Oh, you have those two?
I got some that my friend like practiced on me, and then I got one like behind my ear that says "pow."
Okay,
but that's all I got. Yeah,
because you never strike me as a tattoo person.
I'm not.
And then when you got that, I was like, "What the heck?"
I'm really not. I just literally I did everything that you could possibly do during the pandemic when I didn't want to like sit alone with myself.
Okay.
I mean, I got married. I got engaged. I got pregnant. I got a tattoo. I got a dog.
Did it all.
I moved.
What the hell?
I'm not good at sitting with my own thoughts.
Jeez.
Yeah.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. We hear a lot about red flags that we need to avoid, people and places and things that kind of trigger us. What if we focused more on looking at the green flags? in friends and partners and our careers. I'm not sure what they look like, but therapy can identify your green flags for sure. Actively practice them in your relationships and embody the green flag energy yourself. Whether you're dating, married, building a friendship, or just working on yourself, it's time to form relationships that love you back. I am a very firm believer in therapy. I've used it when I had something traumatic happen to me, and I've used it when nothing traumatic at all was happening to me. You don't need to have a major life crisis happen to have to talk to a therapist. You can just go at any time you want, and trust me, it feels so good to talk to somebody who's not your best friend, who's heard you complain about the same thing over and over and over. Talking to somebody outside your realm, somebody who's qualified to listen to these things and give you solutions and help you feel better about yourself. People who know how to give you positive coping skills and how to help you set boundaries. It really helps. It really empowers you. I highly recommend, if you have not gone to therapy, please do. Please start now. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient, serving over 5 million people worldwide. Access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. Easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. Discover your relationship green flags with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/StephPod today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/StephPod. So, okay, let's get into the pregnancy thing. Let's get into the birth stuff. Because everyone, we've had mothers come on here, but every single birth story is so fucking different. Because it's a different thing that happens in everyone's body. Right. So please.
My birth story itself is pretty inconsequential. I just had a straight up like C-section. I didn't want to push for a second. I like scheduled it. I was like, no, thank you. I don't want to give. I've worked hard enough. I don't want to go into labor. I don't want to feel a fucking contraction. I want to schedule this, go in, have my baby, and walk out.
I'm 100% on your side. Yeah. If I had a baby, I would do C-section.
Yeah. I mean,
I already had an anal fissure that I talked about for too long. Nobody wants to hear it anymore.
Oh my God,
I had it for
brutal.
almost a month and a half. I had to give myself diarrhea every single day. And that wasn't from me having a baby. Kara Clank had a baby. She's like, yeah, but that's from that. I'm like, well, I just guess I have big fucking shits. I'm disgusting. But I'm like, the amount of pushing.
Yeah.
And the amount
you've been pushed. If you've had an anal fissure without having a baby, you've been pushing your whole life.
You push your whole life.
Yeah.
So and the ripping. The ripping down there, I can't be.
Yeah, I didn't want any part of that. And also, my husband's 6'2". I'm 5'3". Everybody wants a fucking tall guy until you're pregnant with their kid, and then you're pushing their head out of your pussy, and you're like, never mind. I should have gone with a shorty. You know what I mean? Short kings.
So you go in, you schedule it. That's it. You walk in.
Yeah, I walked in. They gave me a large hospital gown. I remember they gave me a large, and they told me it was large, and I was like, you don't have to do that. Every hospital gown is a picnic table. You don't have to. Don't tell me I'm in a large.
Small ones?
Yeah, I don't.
Why did they tell you that? It was bizarre.
It was awful. I looked like a peasant, like an old timey peasant at the beach. You know,
Pioneer Village.
It was really sad. And I walked in, and they take a needle and they put it right into your spine.
Oh, so you still get the same?
Yeah. So they
epidural
put it,
thing?
I think it's a different thing. It's not an epidural, but it's like a spinal tap.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
God.
So you're paralyzed from here down.
But you're awake.
You're awake.
I don't like that.
I liked that because I was like, I want to meet her. You know what I mean? I want to see her.
Yes. Okay.
I don't want to miss out on that. But I also was like, I'm really, really scared. So I do need a little something for the anxiety.
Do they? Okay.
So they gave me something for the anxiety, and then they fucking paralyzed me from here down. So the whole time this is happening, I'm just sitting there like, I can't feel anything. I mean, I feel like the table moving, and I feel some like tugging, but I don't.
Tugging?
Yeah, like some.
Can you hear like organs coming out?
No, I couldn't hear any of that.
I don't know why.
I couldn't hear any.
Because my friend told me they put them like a tray on a thing, and I was that. Okay, so you know hearing the. That's what I pictured. And I was like, give me fucking headphones if that's happening.
I couldn't really hear that, but I also...
Like a kid on an airplane, you just have full headphones on.
Yeah, like an iPad, I basically put myself in a position where I was like, and you're not really thinking about that because... And I was always like before, I was like, how do people fucking give birth? How the fuck does anybody give birth? Pregnancy is so fucking miserable that by the end, you are willing to do anything would be better than being pregnant one more day.
Yeah.
So that's really how it's done.
And because you can schedule it, you're like, I'm ready to get this fucking done.
So I wasn't like, oh, my organs are coming out. I was like, the baby's coming out. That's all I thought about. So I was, I don't think my brain was like wired to listen for that shit. You know, I probably could have if I did, but
that's just the one thing I was like wondering. So, and you can't see anything, right? They have it like blocked.
They have the whole, the sheet up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We need a sheet. I can't be seeing and go, what's that? Oh, it's my left intestine. Please put it back in.
No, I don't need to see any of that.
That's okay. Now I'm feeling better about all this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really,
and how long does this?
I went in at 8:30. I was out by 9. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, we might.
I don't know why anybody's like,
what is?
Yeah,
30 minutes.
Yeah,
and in and out like a fiddler's elbow.
I remember I saw like I would like be reading Reddit threads and shit because it's like where all women's health information is. So I was like looking on Reddit and somebody was like saying that C-sections are like the easy way out, and I was like, well, that's great.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Hey, sign me up.
Yeah. Well, we've been pregnant for 9 months. Why isn't everybody lining up for the easy way out? I don't get it.
I mean, I do get how some people want to feel it. Like, there's a sick part of me that like, I would want to be pregnant just to feel.
Yeah.
And I know day 2 I'd be like, this sucks. It'd be so annoying.
Yeah, for sure.
So 30 minutes, stitch you back up.
They stitch me back up.
So baby comes out. No, you see it's still like the baby crying comes out.
I heard her cry. They brought her over. This was fucking awesome. I didn't know. So I heard her crying. They brought her over. I go, I know. That was my first, the first thing I said to her was, I know.
And you knew it was going to be a girl? Did you already check?
I knew it was going to be a girl, yeah. And she heard my voice and she stopped crying, which was fucking awesome. That was awesome. I was like, whoa.
Okay.
So then they take her out of the room. This was the only part of the C-section that I didn't like. Was that they took her out of the room while they stitched me back up. So they take Andy and her and everybody, the baby goes and everybody goes and then I'm just getting stitched up in the back.
Alone.
You know what I mean?
Like, hello.
I just fucking,
hello?
what the fuck?
Anybody?
Yeah. So they stitch me back up. I come out. They put her on my chest. We got to like lay down together and just sort of like connect. And then I just start violently puking, which I was like, they were like, you might feel a little nauseous because of all the drugs during the C-section. I start violently puking.
Like as you're holding her, you're like, my God.
I think they had taken her to take me to the hospital room. The what's it called? The like suite or whatever.
Yeah.
So I go in there and she's with someone else. I think with my husband. And I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Who the hell is she with?
I'm still kind of like,
some man came in and wanted to hold the baby.
And I'm just puking into a bucket on the way.
God.
It's just like a little ride that I took, and I'm puking and puking. And then the next day, I mean, I don't. Maybe it's the same day. It's all of it goes. You're just like it's all like one day.
Yeah, one blob.
Yeah. And they tell me that they put in what's it called? That thing that like where you piss into a bag inside your body?
The urethra thing, the catheter.
Yes. And that freaked me out more than anything because I was like, they were like, if you can't pee, we're gonna have to put the catheter back in. Like we'll take it out, but we'll have to put it back in unless you pee.
It was in at this moment. You didn't know it was in there.
Yeah, like I was like, I kind of knew. I was like, yeah, put the catheter, whatever. But taking it out and then putting it back in, that scared the shit out of me. I got so freaked out by that. And so I was like, I have to piss. You know what I mean? I was like, everybody, I have to piss. And that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was really.
A catheter might be my biggest fear.
It's really scary.
It's unnatural to have something in your pee hole.
Yeah.
Like that.
And I don't know if I felt it. Like I still was pretty numb. But I thought, if they have to put this catheter back in after this shit wears off, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah, what the heck?
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I got a hole in my stomach, like a dinner plate hole in my stomach, and a catheter going in.
No, put the fucking needle back in at that point.
Yes, and then this was, honest to God, the scariest part of having given birth, whether you have a C-section or you push it out, is taking a shit for the first time after giving birth. Nobody talks about it is like giving birth a second time.
Because you're just the muscles and everything.
You're either on so many painkillers or you're scared because you sit down and you have to push shit out, right?
Yeah,
it doesn't it's not piss.
Yeah.
So that was like my life flashed before my eyes. That was scary. Yeah.
And
that
was
really
like,
scary. Cause you have to push, you don't want to rip the hole open. So you have to hold
you have to hold your stitches. So how many stitches do you have with this?
Oh, I don't know, actually. I never even asked.
Was it like the internal ones or was it like the outside things?
Fuck, I should know this. They were internal.
Okay.
I know they were internal.
Yeah. Because then they just kind of go away, right? Because you wouldn't know how many if there's like...
Yeah, I think so. Because they put tape. I remember they put tape over it and then the tape came off like 2 weeks later.
Okay.
Or 3 weeks later. And...
How far is the scar?
It's basically like, it's like this.
Oh my God. Okay.
But it's sort of lopsided. Like it looks like my pussy's kind of like smiling.
Okay.
Like it's a little bit like it looks like it's lying to you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Is it still like thick?
Because they cut me and then I heard them say that's a big baby and she said pass the thing, so she had to cut more.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. So I was like,
that's a big baby. Yeah. Snippy.
So now it looks like my torso's winking. Oh, you know what I mean? It's like it's.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's the scariest part.
Yeah, it's a real Joker smile, like
how
right over my
much
pussy.
did she weigh when she came out?
She was 8 pounds.
That's a big baby.
It's pretty average, but I think
for a C-section,
I think I just am like You're didn't small. Have the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, it's not harder to be pregnant when you're short. It is. It fucking is. If you got a tall husband, it's harder. You know?
It's
I'm
a
convinced.
Big baby. You have a smaller. This part smaller.
There's less real estate. Yeah.
What the hell's a little
I had something called SPD, which is when the weight of your baby like causes your pelvis to split in half.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have your pelvis, right? And it's connected like by that like little thing. You know, you have the two like elephant ears and it's connected.
Yeah, you can see it on that skeleton. I'm not really sure exactly. Yeah. That thing. There you go.
You see that joint? You see that joint where the pussy is?
Yes.
That joint, all your joints loosen up when you're pregnant. That joint loosened up so much it literally came apart. Both my hips came apart.
Well, that's not good.
So they're just sort of going like this.
They're just floating around.
And it feels like your pelvis is being ripped open. So you can't get in and out of cars without help. You can't get in and out of bed without help. I had to.
The toilet. Does that hurt? Everything's hurting.
Everything hurt. I had to go to the bathroom. Andy had to bring me to the bathroom at the end, pull my underpants down, and then pull them back up for me. It was there's nothing less sexy. You know what I mean?
So you have to wipe your ass?
Yeah, both of us have been like mentally, like, it was like, we had like 6 months where we were like, we just have to mentally just recover from what we just went through. Because it's like, you have to remember each other as sexual beings and not like a patient and a nurse. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So we literally went through this. I went into the doctors. I was like, hey, it's like my pussy feels like it's going to fall out of my body. Because it did. I was like, there's so much pressure. And feels like there's nothing holding everything in because it didn't feel like there was. God. And the doctor was like, oh, you just have to tape your pelvis together. So she just gave me like an ace bandage and was like, wrap yourself in this. And then I had to get like straps to go under it so it didn't feel like my pussy was gonna fall out.
Jesus.
Like it was.
That's a solution? Tape?
That was the solution.
Go to Home Depot, wrap yourself up.
I was like, this is fucking disgusting. This is disgusting. It feels like everything is, and nothing actually did fall out, thank God, but it has happened. And I was reading about it because
my sister,
it fell out.
Her pussy was down. She said she wiped and it was like between, she said she literally wiped. She's like, why am I wiping down here? Yeah, literally. Psychotic. If you missed that episode a couple weeks ago.
Holy fuck.
Literally. I know that really ruined my whole, I was like, it was where?
Yeah.
Wiping and going, she said literally it felt like by her knees where her pussy was.
No.
It's not good.
I honestly, and that makes me go like, I'm glad I did the C-section because I felt like that was going to happen. And I feel like
that might have happened. That easily could have happened.
Yeah. I'm like, I was on my way.
Because then how long can you have sex after? Like how long do you guys wait?
So they say 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
Is like,
and you're like, fuck it, day 2.
Yeah, I absolutely not. Absolutely. I was like, it was a traumatizing experience. Like getting pregnant was traumatizing. And like, it was like a dream, but the process of being pregnant was really traumatizing and on like a health level. So then we get home and I go in, they're like 6 to 8 weeks. They're like, you're good to go. I was like, I'm really not. Like, I don't feel good to go. And so it took me 3 months. It took me 3 months to like get back to a place where I was like, okay, we can try this. You know
and
what I mean?
how, so for in terms of like, how long do they say you're supposed to wait until you hold the baby and stuff? Isn't there like a...
Well, until I can hold the baby? What do you mean?
Because wasn't there something my friend told me when she got her C-section, you're not supposed to lift her up?
Oh, yeah.
With the stitches and that, all that
Yeah,
situation.
I didn't listen to any of that, but
okay.
I really didn't. I was like, it was crazy because I was in so much pain, my pelvis, when I was pregnant, that when I walked out of the hospital after a C-section, I was in way less pain than when I walked into the hospital.
Oh, fuck.
So,
okay. Because it's like the pressure was like...
Yeah, the pressure was gone. So I felt like literally the day of my C-section, I did like laps around the hospital. And I read that like walking will help like speed up healing.
Okay.
So I think I did it. I did it too fast and I did it too much. And I was so happy to no longer be pregnant and to have her that like day 5 out of the hospital, or day 6 out of the hospital, I was like, we're all going for a walk in Central Park. And I like brought my whole family to Central Park. I carried her around, and then about halfway through it, I think that was when like I felt a real hormone drop and just started sobbing for no reason. And was like calling my sister and being like, I feel like I've let you down. And she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. It was psychotic. And I was like, we have to go home.
My God.
It's really the craziest fucking shit.
So
it's gnarly.
It does. It's a lot.
Yeah.
The mental, the physical.
And it's different for everybody too. Like, so there's no way
you can't read your fucking shit.
Yeah.
Well, how long did the stomach take to go down? Because like that always weirds me out. When you see some mothers that go down and then it's like a day, it's like gone. And then some it's like.
Yeah. I mean, my best friend told me, she was like, your first baby, she was like, it's kind of a freebie. She was like, you're going to bounce back pretty quick after the first one. She goes, the second one, and this is obviously from her own perspective. Yeah.
It's
not a rule.
Maybe 100 people commenting.
Yeah.
My first baby. Fucking know me.
Right, exactly.
Jeez.
But the second one, she goes, the second one fucking fucked up my body. I couldn't get myself back together for like 2 years. But she had hers so close together. You know?
Was it like the super not waiting? Like,
I felt like mine went down. I remember I lost about 40 pounds of water weight in like 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
I was really waterlogged. I was like, if you touched my ankle, it would stay down like a Tempur-Pedic.
Oh,
for like a solid 2 minutes. 2 minutes, I'm telling you.
Oh, you were sopped up. You were a sponge.
Yeah, I was real.
SpongeBob over here.
My nose filled up. Like my nose looked different. Yeah, I got a really red nose. I looked like a fucking alcoholic.
Oh,
like
God, the Legion Hall nose.
Yeah.
Ew.
It was really, I was like, okay, I didn't know about the nose. I didn't know about the pregnancy nose.
Never heard of a pregnancy nose.
No, I always saw like cute, hot girls on TikTok with like, Aritzia onesies. And I'm like, I can't fucking wear this. I gained 70 pounds.
Oh, yeah. Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
70 pounds. And then 40 of it was gone in 2 weeks. And I was like, oh, so that was mostly water weight.
Yeah.
You know?
I know I'd use it as an excuse to get fucking massive.
I'm
hungry.
I really fucking went for it.
Oh, it's the only time you can.
But I can't say that I was really leaning in because I was trying not to. I was like,
were you working out?
I was working out. It didn't matter. I fully was like, I was making every effort to like stay in shape, and it just was like, my body was like, nah. It's not going to happen.
I don't think I could.
It's not happening for you.
Eating push-ups? The fucking burpees? This is
I know.
Bizarre.
And I felt like I had spent so much of my life trying to like feel good in my body and like get over whatever issues, And then I finally felt so good and I got pregnant and I was like, well, hopefully I can put all this, inner work to use because it's about to get gnarly. And I always knew what I would look like pregnant. I always knew.
You really, when I was watching the special, at first I didn't notice.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is a different angle.
Yeah.
Like what you think you look like, you still weren't like as big as.
Well, that was, I'll send a picture to you, a real gnarly one.
Okay.
So that you can see what I'm talking about. Because that was 8 months to like the end.
Yeah. Puff. Your face definitely was a bit puffed. It's bizarre. looking at these photos, I posted these porn award pics the other day. I'm very proud of my weight loss. I've been working with this trainer since May.
Yeah.
The amount of women that were like, whoa, someone's on Ozempic. This one woman came at me being like, you're supposed to speak for women like us, regular women. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I have been on a diet. No one listens to the podcast. I've been on a diet literally since the beginning of my special because I wanted to lose. I lost 30 pounds before my special.
Yeah.
By working out the second you leave, I have an hour workout to do. And what I have this morning, overnight oats. I've eaten nothing else.
You, Caitlin, and then who else is?
Jordan Jensen.
Jordan Jensen. Y'all are all working your asses off. And the fact that Ozempic is just now, like, I'd be fucking pissed.
Also, look at our fucking bodies. Look at my legs. They're jacked.
Yeah.
You can't have jacked legs on Ozempic. I'm doing fucking squats every 5 minutes.
Yes.
Ozempic. I wish I was on Ozempic. I don't understand how the healthcare works in America. Otherwise, I'd be on it.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
But it's also just fucking obnoxious that anybody is like...
It's so obnoxious.
Like, we just spent the last 5 years being like, you know, stop policing women's bodies. And it's like, okay, well, so stop.
Literally 1 week of Trump. And my comments on my fucking pages have gone crazy again.
Yeah.
I posted some fart video yesterday. A man farted during one of my shows.
Yeah.
It's a punchline. Farted in the front row. I lost my fucking mind. Posted that clip. Every comment. Ew, look at her nose. Look how disgusting she is. I was like, nothing about women aren't funny. The funniest part of their set was the fart. I'm like, buddy, this is 30 seconds of an hour set. Suck my ass.
We just got to strap in and get ready to be hated for like, we
got 4 years of hate.
We got to really toughen up because it's going to be ugly. It's not going to be like, you know, last time where it's fucking Trump. And then here's the positive side of it. I think Me Too was really valuable.
Yeah.
But it was a lot to go through Trump, and then we're like relitigating a bunch of like, I was like, well, this is all the sexual experiences of my 20s, and I can't really take this on right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So I'm just, much.
I'm like, it's nice to have a little breather.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, we're like descending into fascism or whatever, but I think the comments are probably the least of our concerns, you know?
Yeah.
It's
like people getting deported and, you know.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
Families being torn apart. That's probably...
Fine. Hate me. But just keep the algorithm. Just keep me in the algo.
Yeah, keep me in the algo. Keep me in the algo. Gotta
Say
sell those tickets for Halifax. For God's sakes. Please come, Halifax. You're the worst ticket sales of my life. Oh boy, you're on the road a lot? Because it's also how that must have been the hard. That's what I think of. Mm-hmm. So my main thing is like I'd say we're on the road similar amounts of time.
Yeah,
I'm like the idea right now of me having a child.
Yeah,
which I do because I think my boyfriend's very sweet. It's not that photo over there. It's him as a baby, but he had a massive. That's my sister's baby. She has only zero.
So
it's Jefferson with a fucking allergy attack. I don't know why that photo's hanging. That's the photo of him. I'm like looking at. I would want to have a baby with him, but I don't know how I could right now.
What do you mean?
Like with the touring, everything. I just don't know how.
Yeah, I mean,
with the baby's gonna sleep in the podcast studio.
No, I mean, I fully was like, I didn't. First of all, a baby can sleep in a drawer. My baby sleeps in a closet. Okay, like her room is a closet.
Well, they don't need that much space.
Yeah, I don't even. I mean, now we're getting to a point where it's like, okay, we got to move.
Yeah,
but I just sort of went like, okay. I had IVF. We had frozen embryos. We were like ready to I was like, I'm going to make the choice so that I can take time off of the road, blah, blah, blah. Then got pregnant without IVF.
Oh.
2 months later.
Shit.
And I went, oh, you know what? I'm not going to fucking.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. It was like the drugs were like still in my system or something. I don't know. Or maybe I was just fucking ready.
Did you test before to see if you should have got your eggs frozen or did you just do it just because?
What do you mean? So I had 2 back-to-back miscarriages. I had gotten pregnant twice.
Okay.
Without planning on it. The second time I did plan on it. I was like, let's try again. So I got pregnant twice, had 2 miscarriages.
How far along?
It was, the first one was very, very early. It was called like a chemical pregnancy. So that's like 7 weeks or something.
Okay.
The second one was a missed miscarriage. So I was heading into my second trimester found out that I had lost the pregnancy at around 8 weeks.
Oh, fuck.
So that was like pretty devastating because my body didn't know that I had lost it was like your body, keeps making hormones. My tits were growing. You know what I mean? It was like all the shit I didn't know. And so I went in for an ultrasound.
So do you still feel like you're...
Yeah, I felt like I was pregnant.
Yeah.
I felt like, I remember around 8 weeks feeling like something's wrong. Something's fucking wrong. And I had like a moment of like panic. And then I just kind of was like, oh, I think it was just like I'd had a miscarriage before. And maybe I was just, reacting to that. So then 12 weeks later, I went in for an ultrasound and they were like, there's no heartbeat. So I was like, that was pretty fucking devastating.
And then they have to like get it out.
Yeah. So then you had to,
God,
it was like during COVID, had to go. Andy couldn't come in. You know what I mean? I had to go by
even
myself.
For that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Really fucking rough.
Jesus. What
really
the hell?
rough.
You're living together at that point. What the fuck would that
Yeah, we
mean?
were married at that point.
Like, he did this to you.
Yeah.
No offense.
But
But
yeah.
like, yeah, why can't he come in the room?
Right.
It's bizarre. His
Right.
penis was inside you.
And
they
they kept saying like, oh, I went in to get it, to get the DNC, and they kept calling it an abortion, which I was like, I was like, it's not, you know what I mean? That sort of bothered me because even though I've had abortions, I was like,
this is...
I was like, this one's different. You know
Yeah,
what I
this
mean?
one's not that.
I was like, this
I wanted to keep
this one's special.
Yeah.
And I just sort of felt
don't
like
see it or
that
anything.
was like a knife.
When they take it out, you don't see it or anything.
I didn't see it.
No, okay.
But I woke up. I've never been in pain from having an abortion. I woke up from that in so much pain. And I was like screaming when I woke up. So that was rough.
Yeah, that's...
And after that, I kind of went into this place of like, I don't think I don't want to try again. I don't want a kid. I want to live child free. I don't want to revisit that at all.
That's a big mental thing that you had to go through.
Yes.
That is beyond devastating.
Yeah. And I kept like being in my head, like, do you want kids? Do you not want kids? And I just sort of like tortured myself with that question for a long time. And then I was like, let's do IVF, freeze the embryos. You know what I mean? We went through that. I was like, this way we can make a choice. There's way less likely to have a miscarriage when you have tested embryos beforehand.
Okay.
Because I did have the pregnancy tissue tested to find out what went wrong.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was like, what was this? And it was just, like, it was just not a good, like, when you can test an embryo, you'll find out, like, this is a healthy embryo. You're way less likely to miscarry.
Yeah.
So I was like, we're going to freeze our embryos. We'll do it this way. Then we got pregnant 2 months later. And I was like, okay, I don't think I'm going to ever find the right time to do this. You know what I mean? There's never going to be a right time during my career where I work while I'm on the road that it's going to be like, oh yeah, it's totally fine to take a year off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I might as well just do this and fucking go through it and work through it because I do want to keep working. Like my work is really important to me. Just like it's really important. So you just make it work. You just fucking keep going and you just do it, But
also because it was that natural, you're like, well, we have to, this is...
I was really nervous because I was like, this wasn't a pre-tested embryo or anything. You know what I mean? I was like, I was really nervous about whether or not it was like going to be okay, So I for about 3 weeks, for the first like 10 weeks, I was like, it's probably not even it's not gonna make it. You know what I mean? And so I planned a tour and I just sort of like kept going as if I wasn't really gonna be pregnant later on that year, which is kind of insane looking back, but it was like my way of protecting myself against
you had to because
any sort of disappointment.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's sort of how I was like, let's just fucking power through.
Yeah, and now she's so beautiful.
She is.
She's such a beautiful...
She is, dude.
She's
She's so
baby.
fucking big, and she looks like Joe Pesci, and she's just kind of
so
like...
chubby.
She's so fucking tough.
Big babies are the cutest fucking things.
Yeah.
You need the cheeks. You need
I
a
know.
big, chunked up child. When I see long, thin ones, I'm like, what are you... It's gross.
Dude, I saw her cheeks in the fucking ultrasound, and I was like... They were like pressed up like this, and I was like, she kind of looks like that what's the cartoon character with the cheeks that like droop, the dog?
Oh, the dog? Yeah. What the fuck's his name?
I don't know.
Barnaby? He's not Barnaby.
I don't know, but I saw it and I was like, I was like, that's just because she's pressed up, and then she came out and they were like truly like drooping, and I was like,
so funny.
oh, she's got a lot of
she's
cheek.
drooped up.
Yeah.
My friend's baby right now is 7 months old, 23 pounds. I will show you the photo after. She sent it. I'm like, this is a 5-year-old kid.
Yeah, no.
He's huge. And he looks exactly like Rob Ford, our old Toronto.
That's the best.
He's massive.
That's the best.
It's the biggest baby
You're
on
carrying
planet.
around the fucking huge.
Her back's going to be in shambles.
Oh, yeah.
She's already like, I can't even lift them.
Yeah.
Like, well, she lifts them, but I'm like, you sit down.
I really want to get Botox like right here and right here because I just feel like I've just been
jacked
up.
up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really want to get it like in my traps, but I'm also like, let me just wait till she's walking full time.
What is that doing there?
It like relaxes your fucking traps, you know?
I almost got it in my anal fissure. That's apparently where if you anal fissure is that bad. Yeah, Carol Klein was on here talking about it. That's how you fill them up.
Really?
I am still hung up my anal fissures. It's really tormented me. I want to get my question for the pod.
Okay.
My favorite. What were you gonna say?
I was going to ask you about an anal fissure. I was going to. I have
Disgusting. Excuse me.
So it's all good. My friend
Gross.
said that she got it from using like alcohol wipes on her asshole.
Really?
Yeah.
My God. Alcohol wipes. Oh, like the ones that you buy and you flush them down the
Yeah,
toilet?
but they had alcohol in them, and it just rubbed her asshole raw.
Oh, and it like dried it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she probably took one shit that was a little bit bigger than normal.
Yeah.
I want to get sponsored by Mucinex fiber pails because I eat those fiber gummies every day. Mostly because they taste good, and
Yeah.
I'm like a child with those like Flintstone vitamins, and I just keep sucking them back, and I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, maybe my shits are too soft. I'm so gross. What's the worst body thing you've ever heard?
The worst body thing I've ever heard?
Yeah, something that's like stuck with you over the years that you just really scared you, or like a nightmarish type thing.
I mean, I feel like I've spent so much time talking about fucking bullshit, like pregnancy shit. So I'm trying to think of something else. Like,
But that was pretty bad. I mean, the having the
yeah.
that's pretty bad. Like that could be yours because that is a pretty bad one.
It is. There's one thing that I heard about while I was. It didn't happen to me, but it is the fucking Is that you can get what's it called? Those big veins, the
varicose veins.
You can get them on your labia.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Who told you this?
I saw it on Reddit.
No.
And I saw
that
pictures. And I saw
website
pictures.
needs to be shut down.
And I saw pictures.
Stop.
Yeah.
I would have to kill myself because my labia cannot get any bigger.
I know.
What are you talking about? Are you insane?
You can get, yes, the pressure from a baby can literally, like, because I was reading about it with the SPD, and it was like all these women were like, I got fucking, why do I keep forgetting that name?
Varicose veins?
I got a varicose vein on my pussy.
Wait
and I
a
was like,
second.
you got to be kidding me. I was down there with a fucking mirror every day, just going like, please God, please God. Like,
wait a second. I'm picturing Joe Rogan's head on my labia, and I'm going to kill myself.
No,
I actually, the veins on that man's head. My grandmother had veins. They're outside your body. So
Yes.
we're talking how like throbbing out.
throbbing.
This might be the worst one I've heard, and I've heard bad things on here.
Yeah, I knew when I was coming in, I was like, I don't know if I should even bring it up because it's so terrifying that I just don't.
If anyone said this, please write into the podcast because I don't want to see a photo. People send me photos. I don't need to see photos. What are you fucking talking about? And does it go away after?
So some women, it goes away immediately after pregnancy, and then I heard a couple people pipe up that it comes back the second time, but worse. If you get pregnant a second time, they come back, but worse, and then they don't go away. So they're just there, and you have to get like surgery. And the only way to get the surgery, they have to put a needle through the vein, which is on your labia, on your fucking labia, to shrink it. Like they put like a poison in it to like shrink the vein, basically. I could not. I went into such a deep dive on all of this shit. I was just like, this is
bad.
Because I was so fucking scared. Like it literally felt like so much pressure on my pussy that I was like,
it's gonna happen.
You know what I mean? And I would look every fucking. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Because I was like, well, I'll never fuck again for the rest of my life. I'm like Jefferson. I'm already like, can you eat me out? He would never eat me out if he was looking at my grandmother's calves down there. Oh, this honestly, varicose veins is one of my biggest nightmares because and I'm getting my grandma's hands. I'm veined up. Look, I'm getting varicose. I'm like, I gotta drink more water.
Is that what it is?
I gotta drink more water.
I'm fucking veined up.
I don't know if that's what it is, but I'm dying to I'm just like, I cannot have that happen to me.
You can't. You absolutely cannot.
Yeah.
That should be a free surgery.
And everybody says,
free?
They say that it's really painful.
Of course it is. Have you ever had a needle down there?
Well, no, but I've never had a varicose vein yet.
Okay, no.
So I'm saying like people say that it's really painful to have the veins.
Needle down there. I had HPV. They had to go in there and do the old scrapey, the old burny, needle this big inside your puss.
Oh my God.
And I can't. That's inside the hole, which is already, you're putting tampons up there, there's dicks up there. That's already
I'm almost like inside the hole is like not
inside
quite
the hole
as
is
bad.
That's what I'm thinking, and that was the worst pain I've ever had in my life. That
In the labia.
I get waxed, and sometimes she gets a little bit of the sugaring on there, and she and rips part of it out, and I'm like, ow! I'm actually not sleeping tonight. This is the labia is already on its own repulsive. Well, mine is, and then with adding on, a throbbing, blue and purple.
Yeah.
I feel like it would talk to it. Be like,
No, it's gonna look like Fraggle Rock.
it is actually Fraggle Rock down there.
Yeah. It's gonna be really gross.
It's gonna look like Rambo and fucking
listen,
climbing up the side of a hill, his sweaty.
I am
wet,
dying to know
veiny
if
head.
anybody texts you and says that they've had this. I want to know
I will text you immediately.
because I think Reddit is the last safe place on the internet. Because
Safe?
Yes, I do think it's
I
the
feel
only
unsafe.
safe place on the internet. If you can post a varicose vein on your pussy,
You saw photos?
yeah.
I thought they were just explaining it.
No. I saw photos. I saw close-up photos. Yeah.
I'm very upset right now.
It's really
I'm
upsetting.
really glad you don't have that.
It's really upsetting.
I'm going to literally make my sister listen to this episode before it comes out to get her feeling better about her prolapse pussy.
Yeah. I'd rather have the whole thing turned inside out than have...
I'd rather literally, that image of that wrestler, that Bulgarian wrestler who does like one big weight and his butthole falls out? I've had this in my head for years. I don't know. It's a really bad. He's wearing like a blue leotard.
I like how you referenced it though, like as if it was like the meme of the dog in the fire.
It was. What dog in the fire?
The "This is fine" dog.
Oh yes. I was like, what? I'm like, no, not his fire dog. Look at Susan. She's so fucking cute.
Susan.
Okay, final question of the pod. What's the funniest way you can die?
Sorry, I just looked at Susan's mouth and I thought of a varicose
So
vein.
did I looked at it before and I thought of it. Her like big fat lip. Her big black lips look like a big.
Yes, it does.
Oh God, Susan, you're disgusting.
Susan, I'm so sorry.
I'm kidding. You're so cute.
I'm
I love
so
you
sorry,
so much.
Susan.
Come up here.
Both of
Come
us
up here.
looked and
Come
saw
up here.
it.
We did. It's so disgusting. Come up here. Come all the way up. Come all the way up. I'm so upset right now. We gotta show her lips. Get up there.
Yeah.
She's a lap dog.
Susan.
She's a lap dog. Okay, what's the funniest way you think you could die? This is what happens. She stinks so bad. Her butthole, sorry to interrupt, she licked her butthole this morning and it smelled so bad I had to wash my whole comforter. It smelled like a fucking fish tray. It was disgusting. Like, the fish market in Seattle?
Does she have...
She needs to get her gland squeezed.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I don't have time to take her in.
No.
Maybe I can take her in. No, I'm leaving. I fly out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said you're not doing it yourself. I was like, well, I would hope not.
No, you can do that.
I know. People on the internet do it. I'm like, why would you show your face?
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the funniest way?
Okay, so the funniest way that I think I could die, it literally occurred to me like this morning because I bought my mom one of those like Nest cameras, whatever.
Yeah.
Ring cameras. And she has asked all of us to subscribe to her Ring camera. So she sent us
to watch it?
To watch it. She lives alone. She's
Okay.
So she posts. She didn't post it, but she says hi to us every morning on the Ring camera. Okay, and
that's funny.
We all had a really bad day, and my mom, like woke up this morning. Can I play it for you?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
All right, let me see if I can find it.
I didn't even know you could add people onto it.
Yeah, you can have your kids watch you.
I'm going to add Jefferson on it right now.
Yeah. So this is what she goes. Let's see if I can turn it up. Okay.
Good morning, you sweet little angels. Today's going to be a better day.
Okay, so then she goes down the stairs, right? I was literally thinking, if this was me and I was saying this to my kids and I fell down the stairs and died right after that video.
And then they saw the whole thing. And then the last memory that would be I mean, that is pretty funny.
I was like, that's got to be it.
That's got to be it. Just slipping down some icy stairs, being so happy. It's going to be a better day.
Today's going to be a better day. They watch, your kids have to watch you die after you promised them a good day.
Oh my
maybe the
God. That's so, on a Ring camera too, seeing that footage.
Fucking twisted.
That's so fucked up. My God.
So
that is, I mean, that's it.
So
that's the way.
Yeah. I think that's, for me, that's the most recent.
And I think that's very good.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
Dude, thanks for
Remind
having me.
everybody again, Netflix, February 18th,
Yes.
Mother Lode.
Yeah.
Fucking watch it. Watch the whole thing. Don't do this
Please watch the whole thing.
Watch the whole
or
thing.
if you don't, just leave it on. You know what I mean? Just leave it on. I don't give a shit. Just leave it on.
Leave it on. Also, you're not going to see a special like this. No one's done this before. 2 hours, that's a lot of fucking material.
Yeah, but just to be clear, it was cut down to 1 hour.
Yes, but I mean, taping two, it's already like two, because you have to do more than one taping. It's insane. It's a lot of material.
Yeah.
Susan's crushing my ribs and my.
She's so fucking
my
cute.
fucking labia that's covered in veins right now. This is. Oh my God, I'm gonna get it from this. You're putting pressure. You're putting pressure. Thank you, Rosebud Baker. Where can we follow you?
Rosebud Baker on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And what's the other one? Oh, I don't have Twitter anymore.
Okay, well then no one needs that. Who cares? Okay, great. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye.